Probably allowed them to kick the ball around too much at times, particularly down back. Credit to our blokes to come off the trip that we had last week and to kick the last 3 or 4 goals. Not easy.
Mark, is that one of the more heartbreaking losses you've had?
No, in fact, the exact opposite to that. I thought they were gallant. I thought whatever they gave, they could give.
Especially in the last 15 minutes.
No, throughout the course of the game. It was a physical, hard, tough derby. You know, our blokes are maturing and, you know, we've inducted 4 or 5 players over the last month and they're probably still coming to grips with sustaining things too, and sometimes that can have a direct impact into the game and how it's played out.
So you're taking more heart out of the performance rather than
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you mind just taking us through your emotions when Valentine's lining up to keep them, of course,
My first immediate thought was it's going to be hard to kick a goal from that far out. I was expecting perhaps he might have tried a torpedo on, but you know, you're in the hands of the gods and what the player's thinking at that particular stage. So, but I mean, in reality, he nearly got there anyhow. So, it doesn't come down to that kick, but it comes down to prior events.
There were a few Fremantle players celebrating on the line.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it. I haven't seen that. I'm not sure whether you guys have seen it, so I can't comment on that. But I mean, I think Bellas was celebrating, but he's 50 metres away from it, so it could be hard for him to read whether it's gone over the line or whatever's happened.
What happened, do you think, when they skipped clear? They got out to that 22-point break. It was around about the time Griffin went down, so Clark's alone in the rubber. Looked like they almost, were going to walk away with the game.
Yeah, I thought Zach actually played really well in the second half, yeah. It wasn't directly that, it was a couple of other things that were getting away from us, and they were sort of walking out of stoppages a little bit too easy, and then they were sort of getting the hit-ups that they like to do. So, you know, a couple of the midfielders that they were throwing in there were pushing hard forward. LeCras and Embley and Shuey at times. And we got caught in transition.
So what did you do in the last 15 minutes to get something going your way?
I think the nature of the team and its ability to be able to fight through situations like we have over the last 6 weeks in particular, I think we gained confidence out of that. I'd like to think that we never know when the end's near, so we keep fighting. And we did that, and there was a lot of play in our forward 50 in the last 4 or 5 minutes. They did their normal tactic they do when they lose momentum, push 2 blokes behind the ball, and we're aware of that, so we nearly got through.
I know it's fighting policy will be especially important now, that running into September and that, such a close sort of fight for those lower 8 positions.
Yeah, it's like that, isn't it? It is what it is, and you make of it what you will. Go Hawthorn next week, so.
Have you had time to reflect on just how close it could be? You're 2 games behind West Coast now, you could have been even, just for that, almost those matter of inches, really? Yeah,
I mean, I don't follow, the teams and how many times they've played different teams in the competition, but you can have a direct impact into where you are on the ladder.
Griffin, was it groin or thigh?
I think it was hip, but need to find out more.
Is it serious at this stage?
Don't think so, but we had to pull the trigger at, I think it was about the 10 or 15 minute mark of the third quarter. We were on Duffield, and we were probably going to do it in and around there anyhow. So, not that it was Griffin at that stage, though.
How about Chris Mayne and Stephen Hill?
Yeah, Stephen just got a cork to his calf, and so he was okay. He got through that. Mayne, I think he's okay. A heavy knock. Tends to get up, but so.
And just on balance, how was he after the match? So close.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to him yet, so After this, I will.
What were your notices?
You know, if you find yourself in that situation, think through it better. You know, there's a couple of crucial things that could have happened and didn't happen. So.
Are you talking about in that moment or the lead up?
Oh, the lead up to it, yeah.
Mark, have you ever played in a side or been part of a side where players missed a shot after the siren before?
Yeah.
When was that?
Me personally?
Yes.
Geez, you're going back a while now, mate. At this very stage, my memory is not going back 20 years. It's looking back about 30 minutes ago, to be honest. But I have been involved, yeah. I mean, the reality is that if you find yourself in the situation where you need to kick the winning goal, you need to, you know, I mean, but sometimes it's beyond your reach at that stage. If it had been 30 or 40 metres out, might have been a little bit different.
Was that not your best chance to get that score, do you think, Mark, over that last, pretty predictive last couple of minutes?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think, you know, West Coast were 20-odd points up and looked like the game was beyond us. And then we found a way. And, you know, we weren't moving the ball quick enough and we were allowing them to set up in front of the ball for them. And we didn't take enough risks, I didn't think, in the last quarter to be able to expose some space over the top or to get it in there quick and hit an uncontested mark. So, but that can be reflective of fatigue and a number of things.
Mark, how about Luke McFarlane? Do you think he might be in a bit of trouble for that?
You know, these games are physical. I think we should be leaving it alone, provided there's no sacrosanct in the head, and I don't think there was, but I haven't looked at the replay.
Do you think it was over umpired? He's thinking that it was over umpired a little bit.
I'll leave that to you guys.
Was Michael Barlow always going to play full game?
Yep.
How do you assess his full game?
Yeah, I thought he was starting to show some real signs of getting back to his best.
What sort of lift does he give his teammates?
His courage is the way he's gone about it, and what he's starting to do is on display. And you know, generally everyone within the footy club is excited about him getting back to his best.
Would you expect him to stay on the side after this one?
Yeah. I don't see any reason why he mightn't come up, but once again we see how he pulls up in the next couple of days. But I would envisage that he plays the rest of the year.
Mark, are you likely to get back for next week?
Well, anyone that hasn't played today, obviously. I just see how Sandilands goes this week.
Is he especially important with Griffin possibly in some way?
Possibly, yeah. Possibly. But I won't force our hand as to whether we play him or not earlier. No. We'll just make sure he's right.